Sorry. You notice I'm always doing something, right? So it's kind of late here. What is it? It's after midnight. And I didn't sleep good last night. I hope everybody is doing well. I just am right now kind of jumping around in different things that my memory remembers issues. And I'm looking to find why. Like, for example, Jennifer McCabe getting to testify about the harassment and the vicious attacks. Because the judge said, well, it was open. But who opened it? I mean, was it because the defense asked a question and then she answered it by bringing it up, and therefore she opened the door herself? Excuse me, which I'm sure she was told not to say anything about the harassment. But if somebody could, if if you could put that in the notes, in the comments, and let me know, because I'm still, after the trial is over, confused on how the door was open so they could talk about the harassment. And it would have been nice if they would have said it was peaceful protesting. It was, in accordance with the laws. At least it would have been in accordance with our laws here. I'm not sure in the country of Massachusetts how things go, though. Seems like you want to be your own country in a way. So what I wanted to say tonight is, you can look at it and, well, I found humor in it. It was something I told my husband today and I was kind of laughing about because I have trouble sleeping most nights. And I literally am deaf. I hear with hearing aids, but if I'm not wearing my hearing aids, I don't hear you. You can sit in the same room with me and talk about planning my Christmas present. My husband and kids used to do that and laugh because I'd be sitting right there and had no idea. But if I wear them, I can hear it. Now, right now, the little one is just, excuse me, oh, pardon me, she's just, she's 3 and everything is at the top of her lungs. She started talking a little late, and we're doing some speech therapy with her, and she's getting better, and in doing so, her bossiness is getting much louder, including her, she was something about if the floor is lava, and she yells, lava, and you're supposed to run, and that can just happen at any time. She's just a hoot, but it's always loud. And then her brother, I know. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just put everybody to sleep. Then her brother, he's a hyper little thing and loud. And then their older sister, well, she's going to be 10. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And she's not near as noisy. But I leave. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. I leave my hearing aids out most of the time because they are so loud. But I've always got an earbud in because I'm usually listening to a trial or re-listening to a trial. And right now I'm re-listening to the Karen Reed case and walking around with my notebook too so that I can take notes. And eventually I'm going to do just day by day. But right now I was really trying to figure out a couple of things. One is who opened the door and how was it open that the McAlberts were allowed to talk about their so-called harassment. I think they made it out to be much worse than it was, and you know, I wouldn't harass somebody, but if I lived there and they were having a peaceful protest, um, I'm pretty sure I would be going. I think that Rita Lombardi, she's, I just adore her. I would love to meet her and Miss O'Donnell. They are both just, they're pretty strong women, and they're not going to stop. And good for them, good for them. But anyway, the funny thing is, last night, and I play this silly game. It's, what is it called? Oh, it's not on here. I had to take it off. It's a balloon match game. I had to take it off my phone because it got to be too many balloons in a small space. And then when I did, something happened, it glitched. Anyway, I had to start all over at number 1, and I was probably about level 1500. So I think I'm in the, oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I think I'm in the 2000s now. But I don't remember. I'll have to look, and it's on my iPad, and I'm talking to my iPad. Well, I'm talking to you guys, but through my iPad. Yeah. So I hope I don't keep yawning. I apologize. I'm so sorry. But I wanted to get this out because I'm afraid I'm going to forget what happened. You know. Anyway, so last night, went to bed. I think it was about 2:30. I had my earbud in, and I'm playing my game, and I dozed off because I kept trying to re-listen to when Richard Green was testifying. I kept trying to re-listen and count how many times Beverly interrupted the defense attorney and told him that she needed to talk to them at side-by. She needed them at side-by. And I'm not so sure she couldn't have waited until after the testimony. I don't understand why she had to keep interrupting them. But anyway, so she would call them up. One of them was a very, very long side-by. And, I mean, each time the defense came back and continued the question with where they were, so, you know, and Lally wasn't objecting. But then again, you know, Bev, she tended to, you know, step in and help him when she could, so whatever. But anyhow, I don't know why I thought that I could count that and keep up with it, but I was trying. So on one of the side-bys, it was eternally long. At least it felt that way to me. So I'm laying in the bed, and I'm playing my game, and I have my earbud in. I have a hair. Yeah. I had my earbud in, and I dozed off while they were at side-by. So if any of y'all want to have an absolute nightmare immediately, make sure that Lally is the next voice you're going to hear when they come back, because for some reason I didn't hear Mr. Green, and I didn't hear Mr. Yannetti. All I heard was Lally, and it woke me up. I was in it. You know how you wake up and you're just, yeah, well, I was like, oh, hell no, not this guy, but yeah. Nightmare in the making right there, y'all. He, you know, he just really is just way too much for me, and watching it back, I dislike him even more. His temperament with his own witnesses was very friendly. Of course it would be. But his aggression with the experts on the defense side was immediate upon him starting to question them. And I mean, when he was grilling um, Richard Green, it was like, oh, yeah, so you're going to tell him under penalty and perjury. You know, my experts said this. Are you aware? Like, because your experts disagreed with him or he disagreed with them. I guess it's because he disagreed with them because you don't care that they disagreed with him, right? They have differences of opinions, but he's just a rude jerk. I mean, you can be nice. Just because they are there for the defense doesn't mean you need to be such an ass. But you do that well, Lally. You really do. But anyway, those are my things. I'm going to have to go back and count. I mean, I realized that Beverly, I realized that she interrupted numerous times and had them come to side by, or she would just interrupt the defense, you know, when they're on a nice flow of questions, and they'd have to go up there, and of course we have no idea what it was or if it was important or what, but I know a lot of people that, you know, at first I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, but the more I watch her, she's, um, you know, I can understand if there is a mountain of evidence against someone, a mountain of evidence, and you're personally involved and you've already decided that they are guilty. And by a mountain of evidence, I don't mean he said, she said, and whoever said. Like, for example, and see, I'm jumping all around, I apologize, but like, for example, today, when I was watching one and I was listening to uh, JM, I don't even like saying her name, so let's say JM. Um, how she was able to testify. I'll just do it on her video, never mind. So this is how it would be if we were sitting having a conversation. Be like, jumping here, jumping there, jumping here. And now I'll just talk about that when I talk about her. So I apologize, but there's some stuff that really bothers me about her. And I'm going to hush now and see if I can do the short video on Jennifer McCabe. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do a little short one on Allie McCabe or not. But, you know, there's just a lot of things that just, they don't add up. And I am so curious about how tomorrow's going to go. Because we all know that the judge is not going to do anything to help Karen Reed. I don't think there is any jury that could possibly find her guilty. Because if you take out your personal involvement, your emotions, and you look at the lack of evidence, it's anything but a slam dunk. It's a slam dunk that she's innocent. And whatever resources she has when this is all finished, I hope that she wins back from you people a good tenfold of what you've put her through financially. You know, I can't imagine living with MS. I don't know what it's like. And I'm not going to say a lot about medical, because that's just not something people should talk about. But what I can say is not long ago, I'm trying to be careful how to say this. I had a family member that he had something wrong, and they were trying to rule out MS. They were leaning very close to ALS, and praise God it's not ALS, but it is an autoimmune deficiency order. It's an autoimmune deficiency disease. Is that a condition? But luckily the IVIGs work really well for my family members. So what I just wanted to say is diseases like that take a toll. They take a toll on everyone. I have no idea what stage she's in, how long she suffered, what's coming at her. I don't know. But I do know that she worked her whole life to obtain what she had. And she shouldn't be losing it all. And you know, the funny thing is, most of the people that respond about why they feel Karen Reed is guilty is she got mad at the girl in Aruba, and she was mad at John then, even though they had been getting along all night. Within that 5-minute drive, I guess she decided she hated him, and so she took his life. And because she said ugly things on text messages or on voicemails when she was angry at him, evidence? No. So, anyway, I'm going to hush because I'm just going to go off on different things. I hope you'll have a great night. I hope you enjoy this little clip that JM is so proud of herself for handing over her phone as if she offered to hand it over. And you know, the interesting thing is, let's not forget, please, let's not forget, where is it? Her husband works, and I had to write it down so that I get it. He works for an information technology firm. So I would venture to guess that he must have thought he could wipe the phone and no one would know. But that's not how it worked. So I think she was very surprised. She deleted all this stuff and it came back to bite her in the behind. And Lally, he didn't like the expert. 227. House long to die in cold. I'm going to leave it there. Y'all have a good day. Good night. I hope you have a good day tomorrow, and I will see you eventually. Bye.
Well, you know your phone was extracted, correct?
I willingly handed over my phone.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
You know that your phone was extracted.
Yes, I handed it over.
So, Mr. Green, I'm not sure if that question was clear or if you understood it. If it's not, please let me know. But I had asked you from the first recorded call there that was listed as deleted until 8:50 a.m. or so, What percentage of calls were deleted on Jenn McCabe's phone within that time period?
Yeah, so we found no live data, so 100% of them would have been deleted.
Now, are you aware